Welcome, everybody. You are now tuned in to the BRI, which is the Black Research Institute, where we're here and we're committed to solving the problems. My name is Denoris Wilson, aka the brother. As always, let me start out in saying, welcome everybody to the BRI. That's the Black Research Institute and the Limited to Sky. See, I try to merge entertainment with information, and to top it all off, it's a dope conversation. Ain't no time for the hating, debating, or the faking. I'm trying to hip you all to the moves they be making. They all struggle, but still find a way to make a way. Laid back, count stacks, stay black all day. So I seek to supply you all with inspiration, with information to remedy our present situation by showing you examples of black royalty, and you never have to question my intent of loyalty. Moving forward with the force that's supremely kinetic, confident, black, unapologetic, and still in self-love is what really breed hopes. No doubt about it, black people, we dope. Tonight's guest is a fitness instructor. She has her own dancing on the go thing. I've never, ever until tonight spoke to her personally. I don't know her personally. I was just browsing the internet and I went on her page and I enjoyed what I saw. And I thought that she can be an inspiration to other people, to show other people that, look, if you put your mind to something and you really want to do it, you can make it happen. So we're going to roll the secondary intro. And when we get back, we're going to introduce tonight's guest. So stay tuned.
Hi, this is Tracy Wilson, and you are watching the BRI with my husband, Denoris Wilson.
Hey guys, it's your girl Stephanie, aka Muscle Mom. You're watching BRI Black Research Institute with your boy Denoris Wilson. Bye.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady Rock. Look, I want to give a big shout out to Denoris Wilson of BRI, the Black Research Institute. Keep doing your thing.
Okay, and we're back. And we're in the studio, the BRI studio. This is the lab where everything goes down, where all the interviews go down. And tonight's guest is none other than the Miss Courtney J. Hello, Courtney.
Hello.
How are you?
I am well. Thank you so much for having me this evening.
Thank you so much for agreeing to the interview. So it's customary here on the BRI that there are two questions that I have to ask you before we start the interview to make sure that everything is cool. All right, so
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Okay. The first question is, are you happy?
I am happy. I would say I am happy. Yes, I am happy.
Okay. And the next question is, are you being safe?
Yes, I'm always being safe. Absolutely.
Okay,
Gotta
well,
be safe.
we can start this interview then. We can start this interview. So, as I said earlier, I don't know you. You don't know me. I came across your page and I saw what you was doing, and I like what you was doing. I like the energy that I saw on your page, and I just felt like you can inspire other people. So I didn't initially reach out to you to do the interview. I did a flyer for you, right? Like I did a flyer.
Yes.
So because I don't know you, and a lot of people that view my show may not know you as well. Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so I'm Courtney, also known as Courtney J. I am a Charlotte native, born and raised here, Charlotte, North Carolina. I went to school in Winston-Salem State, graduated there with the exercise science degree. From there, I also worked and taught dance at a dance studio in Winston-Salem, and I danced on the dance team there as well. And I started my company, Dancing on the Go, shortly after that, which is a mobile-based dance and fitness company, and we cater to kids and adults all over, not just Charlotte, but we go all around. And from there, I branched out and also contracted and partnered with different locations such as schools, childcare centers, senior living facilities. I also work with those with exceptional needs. So that's pretty much about me. I'm just a dancer. Been dancing since I was about 5 years old. And yeah.
Okay. So what is it about dancing that you like the most?
I like that it makes me happy. I also like that it makes other people happy. A lot of times when I am teaching or if I'm doing a class like a Zumba class, a lot of times they will come up to me with their testimonies and say, hey, I'm here today because of you. You pretty much made me come. I saw your videos, or I wanted to come to your dance class just so I can dance. And it makes me feel rejuvenated. It makes me feel happy. And those are pretty much the reasons why I feel so good about dancing, is because I help motivate others, which I don't even know I honestly do, but that's a good feeling. But I would definitely say it's something that keeps me sane. I always tell people dance is like my therapy. So that I've been doing it for so long. It's like it's my lifestyle, pretty much.
Okay. So when did you start your company, Dancing on the Go?
I started in 2016. I originally had partnered with one of the ladies from Winston-Salem that I was assistant at her dance studio. And we did a summer camp together one summer. And from there, once I moved back to Charlotte, I started my own company. So Dancing on the Go was literally supposed to be a studio. Eventually, I did have a studio right before the pandemic and all of that stuff happened. But Dancing on the Go, we started in 2016. From there, it was just like a studio. It didn't have anything to deal with like the traveling portion and all of that. However, once I started teaching some of my students within the studio, and then I also taught at the Y part-time, I built a clientele, and some of my clientele consisted of teachers. It consisted of people from my church and also members from different communities. And then from there, they were like, hey, we want you to come out in our environment and teach. So from there, that's when I branched out and made Dancing on the Go mobile based. We still kept our studio for a few years, but we picked up more clientele just doing the mobile based company. And I felt that it was smart financially doing that because I didn't have that big overhead of paying rent every month for a studio that I pretty much use seasonally. So I said, you know what, this is a smart route. I've always wanted to have a studio, but if I can have a mobile-based company that I'm still able to reach and cater to people, that's just as good. And it's a blessing to be able to still do that to this day.
Nice. So when it comes to your classes, are like, I know you cater to children and adults, right?
Yes.
But which one of those age demographics do you enjoy the most teaching or instructing?
I love them all. I love them all.
No. I understand the politics of it, you know, but there is one that you like more than the other.
I would say I really love teaching my seniors. I love teaching my seniors, and I also love teaching those with special needs. And I believe with them, they feel very appreciative of the classes, if you know what I mean. Like they're very it's a different, like for me it's a rewarding feeling being able to go and teach in a nursing home and people sitting in a wheelchair and they're like, I've never done Zumba before in my life, and I can sit here in my wheelchair and I can use my arms and my legs and I can kick and do all these things, and just seeing a smile on their face and they're brightening up to the music that's playing. And also going into some of the facilities with people with exceptional needs, I find that it's just the simple things that make them smile. As simple as even after a class, I can just come out with stickers or some little streamers that's real colorful and give them a sticker, and they act like they just got $1 million. So I would say definitely from those two groups, I would say they feel very appreciative of the classes and they are easy to work with. And it's rewarding. To me, it's rewarding. I get a happy feeling and my heart just lightens up every time I work with them.
Okay, so the seniors are it for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you initially, because I heard you say you started dancing at 5, right?
Yeah. Yes.
When did the idea to have a dance studio actually became an idea?
Yeah. So when I was 16, so I grew up dancing at BB Dance Productions. It's pretty much a predominantly Black-owned studio ran by Miss Veronica Badgett. So I grew up dancing there, and from there it was just nothing surrounded. We're only surrounded by women, pretty much. Independent women, entrepreneurial women. So from there I was like, I definitely want to have my own business. I just didn't know what exactly it was going to be. So I started teaching dance at 16. I was still dancing on dance team at BB, and I started teaching dance there. So when I went to college and I experienced working at the studio I was at, I was like, I think this is something I want to do, because I originally wanted to be a physical therapist. Yeah, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I just didn't see you anymore. I didn't see him. Okay, but yeah, so I went to school. I originally wanted to be a physical therapist, did internships, my practicum, all of that stuff. It was boring. I thought it was so boring. I was like, I don't want to sit in the office all day. I don't want to do this. I want to have fun, right? So I was working at a studio there, talked to the studio owner, and I was like, I really love doing this. I love kids. I mean, the kids love me. They think I'm a teenager till this day. My students are like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm old enough to be your mama. But from there, I think I just grew such a passion. I already had a passion for dance. And then from there, I feel like I love people. I'm a people person, even though I'm low-key shy and can be bashful at times. From there, I believe I grew a passion for working in that industry, from just dealing with the people. And I grew up in a competition-based background. So it was very competitive life. And I don't like to use the word competitive all the time, because sometimes it's more about teamwork and building and embracing. But I would definitely say from those experiences with me growing up and being around other women that were entrepreneurs, that pushed me to want to have my own, be an entrepreneur. And I even told my mom, I was like, yo, I want to have fun. I want to have a fun job. I just want to dance. And she was like, okay, go do what you want to do. So that was my confirmation.
Right. Well, that was that's sort of what the BRI is about. Like what you just said is exactly what it's about. It's like you were inspired to do this.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, had you not been exposed to that, you might not have went that route. You know what I mean? Because
right.
And I think, like, for people like yourself, that inspiration, you want to pass it on to somebody else as well, right? Like we can all talk and tell people you need to be doing this, you need to be doing this, but most people, especially in the development years, they doing things because they saw it.
Yeah, they had that example.
They had that example, and that example doesn't mean like that's the only person that can do it. That example means if she can do it or if he can do it, I can do it
I can
too.
do it too. Right. And that's what I tell my students all the time. I'm like, you guys can do whatever y'all want to do. And it's always good to have the trade. You know, it's good to be good in the books and all that stuff, but also have a trade, or even if it's a talent that you're good at. It might not be something that you're going to make a living at, but it could possibly be a skill that can set up, any type of relationship, like building and growing with whatever direction you're going to go in. So I always say just kind of embrace those things and don't take them for granted.
So dancing on the go,
Hmm.
wasn't originally a mobile thing.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
So why did you name it Dancing on the Go?
I named it because I'm always on the go. Like, I'm super busy. I'm like here, here, here. I'm just like a little fireball. So I'm a dancer, and I also danced professionally a few years right before I had my son. And so I was always traveling and dancing. And from there, I was like, I'm going to call this dancing on the go. That was pretty much my thing. I'm like, I'm a dancer. I'm always on the go. So I'm going to call it dancing on the go. And so one of my dance friends, she was like, yo, that fits you. She was like, that fits you. I was like, yeah. So that's pretty much how it came about.
So now tell the people, like, how can they get in touch with Dancing on the Go? How can they, sign up for your classes or find out where you are?
Yes. So I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and the name is Dancing on the Go. So the Instagram name is Dancing, DANCINGONTHEGO, and then it's LLC, Dancing on the Go LLC, on both Instagram and Facebook. And we also have private dance fitness groups on my Facebook page too, called Dance Fitness with Courtney J. So you guys are more than welcome to go on Facebook and sign up. We also have free events. I'm hosting an event with the Black Child Development Institute every Tuesday. This is a free class at Northridge Middle School. It's open to the public. We want to just basically get the community to come out and work out, pretty much. And it'll be like a dance class, cardio dance, Zumba, and it's from 6:45 to 7:45 every Tuesday. Northridge Middle School, kids are invited, parents are invited, no experience is required. And I'm also partnered with Fabletics, which is a fitness company that they provide, by Kate Hudson. It's her company. She's one of the creators, but they provide clothes. So it's pretty much like clothes. So the clothes can be a little expensive, but I have a code. So if people want a code, you can come out to my free class. I'm hosting that this Sunday at South Park Mall at the Fabletics store at 10 a.m. And you guys get 25% off. So it's some free clothes, some leggings, and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty cool stuff.
So in essence, that company endorses you.
I'm more so like kind of like an ambassador, I would say, more so. Yeah. So I get free things from the company. That's good. But yeah.
I saw her commercials on TV. So, and so my thing with you is that if you're doing all these free things, how are you making a living?
Oh, not everything is free. Look, not everything is free. So let me tell you, when I do events like that, that's pretty much like a networking opportunity. So those particular events are pretty much open to the public, right? So I'm sponsored by certain companies. So just because it's a free event, I get sponsorships by certain companies. So like I said, the Black Child Development Institute, they're sponsoring the classes at Northridge Middle School. So they will be paying my company. So a lot of the things that seem like they're free, they're actually getting sponsored by an actual company. And most of those companies are like nonprofits too. So that's a good thing. So we're giving back to the community. But yeah, I don't really do too much stuff for free. I do things for free, but yeah, I got to make a living too. But Yeah, but I sponsor with a lot of different companies and nonprofits and do networking deals with them as well.
Listen, ain't nothing in the world free, right? Like,
Right.
ain't nothing in the world free. So
Absolutely.
it may be free for some, but somebody paying something somewhere.
Somebody's paying something, right? But you got to think, if it's a nonprofit, they're getting funding. So they have to, with this particular program, they get certain grants. So the good thing about that, when they get money, they got to find people that's going to come in and service and do these particular projects for them. So then they hire people like myself, which is a blessing, to come in and provide this service. And also it's a win-win for the company as well, for their particular organization. And then it's also a win for the community, because it's bringing the community together, and it's also focusing on health and wellness, especially in the African American community as well. So yeah.
So with dancing, because I can, when I was younger, I considered myself a little dancer.
Okay.
Not like you, but a dancer. And I look back and I realized, going to party, because I used to pop and break and all that. Right?
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
But this, I try to tell people, when I was popping and breaking, I was in shape.
Yeah, you gotta have some good abs, some good upper body strength for all that.
But that wasn't on my mind. I was just having fun.
Fun, yes.
Right. Yes. I was just fun, right? So I think maybe last month you had a free class at Freedom Park. I think it was at Freedom Park or somewhere.
Yes.
But I was gonna come. I was gonna come, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna go out there and look crazy.
Look, men come with their wife. You could come, bring your wife. Come on out there. Yeah.
Now, do you have a lot of men coming?
Quite a few. Well, maybe 2 or 3. Last weekend we had a guy come. A couple weekends ago we had 2 guys that hopped in, and some randoms, because it's the park, so random people just kind of come up, and it's like a donation based class pretty much. So it's open to the public. Whoever wants to come. But people will randomly just pop up in the class and do a little 2-step, do what they want to do, drop out, and then come back in towards the end. But I'm all for it. So I love seeing the men getting out there and dance, and I even love seeing the men bringing their wives to dance too, because that shows like, yo, baby, we're gonna get out here together and get this. So I commend them. Yeah, men can dance too.
For me, the Zumba, the dance fitness, it was more. It's like feminine. I need some weight.
That's because you don't have the right instructor. You don't have the right person to teach.
Okay.
Yeah, some of it can be a little, I think too, for me, I always try to mix it up. So I give 2 different versions. So I give my feminine version, and then I'll give the one that's a little bit more masculine. So the men won't be like, I'm up here shaking like a woman. Like, no. Right. You don't have to do all that. So you still want to be masculine when you're dancing. So I get that. Yeah.
I don't want to be in a fitness class and I'm twerking.
Twerking, right? Absolutely. Right. That's why they have certain people that teach those classes and a certain audience that attend those classes. But yeah, right. I get it. I definitely understand.
So in all of your years, so 2016, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that's 5 years, right?
Yeah. Yes.
In your 5 years of doing this, right? Mm-hmm. What is your most memorable moment?
Wow. Okay. I have so many. I would definitely say a couple years ago, this was probably 2017. I was actually pregnant in 2017. I did a summer camp. So I did my Dancing on the Go all girls camp. So we call it Girls Run the World, right? So did a summer camp. After each camp every year, we host this camp every year. This year we're not hosting though due to the pandemic. But after the camp every year, we would do a showcase. So the girls would go out and showcase all the dances that they would learn. So we pretty much focused on various styles of dance throughout the 12 weeks. So it was a 12-week camp, Monday through Friday. So we did ballet, jazz, tap, hip hop, gymnastics, and they also had modeling, arts and crafts, all these different things that went on at the camp, even acting. So they put on a performance at the particular showcase, and it was extraordinary. It was fantastic. And that was one of the biggest years we ever had. I think I had over 30 girls that year, ranging from kindergarten all the way to 8th grade. And then we would have high school girls, they could come for free and get community service hours. So that was pretty much one of the best camps we ever had. Some of my girls now have even gone off, graduated. Some of my high school girls, they're in college now. So, and I still to this day keep in touch with most of all the girls. And I would say definitely that was one of the best years that we pretty much ever had, was when we did our showcase. That was one of the most memorable times that we had.
Well, for me, when I do something, I help. I put something on Facebook a couple of years back, and I said, one of my most enjoyable times in life is when I help somebody and it didn't hurt me.
Right.
Like it didn't hurt me. Like I had it to do it for them. Yeah. And you have it, like you have a gift of dancing. Not only a gift, you have the training and you have the degree to say that you can teach dance. So and you take that degree and you give back. So with that giving back, where do you see dancing on the go in the next 5 years?
That's a great question. I was actually talking to a friend about this. I would love to create a nonprofit. I have partnered with some different communities where I've actually partnered with the Charlotte Housing Authority, where I will go into these communities and offer classes to a particular group of girls. And they even came to our camp on scholarships. But what I want to do is offer a nonprofit for kids, not just for dance, but I would want to have this nonprofit where we offer certain activities and also have a curriculum where we incorporate trades and different techniques and skills for the kids to learn, so they can potentially go out into the world and get these jobs, whether it's in technology or STEM stuff, technology, science, math, whatever, but pretty much go out there and excel in these particular things. And with this nonprofit, I want to be able to give back and provide scholarships, also go into communities that do not have the arts in the communities or don't have technology or specific STEM activities in these particular communities, but pretty much touch these different communities and provide scholarships for the children so they can experience some of these activities.
Okay, so you're the first person that has been on the BRI and they talked about this and you talked about STEM. Mm-hmm. So tell the people what STEM stands for. It's an acronym.
So it's STEM. So it is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So those are the 5. They just added the A, which is for the arts. So yeah.
So it's now STEAM.
No. So yeah. So they call it's still STEM. It was STEM, but yeah. So they added the A now. So yeah, but they're still calling it STEM. From my understanding, they're still calling it STEM. But yeah, that's pretty much what it's focusing on.
And that's a big thing right now.
It is, and technology is really huge. Like I'm trying to get into the technology. People are coding and doing different stuff. I'm like, okay, I don't know about none of this. We didn't do this in school, so you have to have these skills and techniques. Yeah,
we had Cobalt and Pascal. That was it. Like, okay. But like when I wasn't an educator, but I worked for a nonprofit, and
okay,
when the STEM program initially started out, because I want to say it initially started out up north.
Okay.
Right? And when it initially started out, it was on the crest of the internet actually taking off.
Taking off, right.
Right. It was on the crest of the internet actually taking off. And a lot of people don't understand that what that symbolizes. The internet taking off actually moved us from an industrial society to a technological society.
Yeah, and then
Like, and so a lot of the educators wanted to get ahead of that. Like they wanted to get ahead of that so that the future students would be able to be acclimated to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, right? So
right.
if you look at most core curriculums now today, they're very STEM heavy. Like
yes, they are. They
they're
are.
very STEM heavy. But you can't leave out physical activity.
You cannot. You cannot. And a lot of schools have cut those budgets for
Right.
PE, and yeah, it's crazy. And so some of the kids are obese at how you obese at 4 years old? Yeah.
Right.
So
Because you're not active. You're not
yeah,
active.
you're not active. And I hate to say it, it's a lot of ignorance in particular in our communities because we don't know about certain foods to eat, the nutrition aspect of, our health and wellness. And it does start with nutrition. It does. You can exercise all day and night and still have poor nutrition. You're not eating the right things. But I definitely will say physical education and health needs to be present in schools. It really needs to. It does.
Now when you partner with these different organizations and nonprofits, do they like try to fashion what you're gonna do, or do you have free reign about how you're gonna do your programming?
I typically have free range of what I'm going to do. That's pretty much why they hire me, is so I can pretty much come in there and do my job. And they don't want to have to deal with. They're like, hey, we're going to hire her because she already has that knowledge and she has those expertise. She's going to come in and do it. So that's what I'm prepared to do. When someone hires me, I'm already prepared. I already know what I got to come in and do. I would definitely say when I contract with schools, say for instance, I contracted with a charter school last fall, and I had to do, when the pandemic hit, I was still teaching. Like, thank God I was still teaching. I didn't get laid off. I think they temporarily laid us off, but then brought us back. So I had to actually transfer over all my lesson plans to a virtual pretty much side. So that was different for me because I'm like an anti-tech person. I do it a little bit, but I'm not real techie. So I pretty much had to create like an online classroom. And that pretty much brought more business too, because I was able to still teach my students from the charter school. And I also was able to utilize a platform called OutSchool, which is an international platform where it connects people from all over that can take your classes. So I was teaching kids that were in Europe, China, New York, California. So that was good. So I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But I would definitely say, when people are hiring me, it's for a specific reason. They want me to come in and present that product to, I have to present this product to my client and deliver pretty much. So it's not like, hey, like micromanage. I don't deal with micromanaging. I'm like, if you want me, you get me, but I don't like to be bossed around. That's why I work for myself. So I'm my own boss.
So with the virtual thing though, right?
Yes.
The virtual thing is it probably brought you more clients because people can do things in the comfort of their own home and not be embarrassed that someone else is looking at them.
That's true.
Right? Because when you do these type of activities in a group setting, you probably have a lot of people that's not gonna go because they may not be, you
Comfortable.
know, right, and
Right.
other people looking at them. But when you do it virtually, I'm in the comfort of my own home. No one is watching me. If I mess up, ain't nobody gonna be looking at me. So I can see how you taking off virtually.
Mhm.
Um, and that's what I want to do. Do you offer a virtual class now, or do you just strictly in person?
So right now we are still doing virtual classes. We slowed down just a little bit. A lot of my seniors like to do the virtual classes still. I am still doing schedules for that for people that want to do it. Now it's just becoming a little bit more time consuming because I actually have in-person classes that's going on this summer. So it's becoming more of like a pre-record virtual class where I can record me dancing doing a class teaching, and then they can click on the link and access the link whenever or within 24 hours to take the class.
Oh, well, you and I need to talk because maybe we need to do this virtual thing live, and
Mhm.
you don't have to worry about, because one thing about what you do,
Yes.
even though they even though they may be embarrassed to do it in person,
Hmm.
they still want to be feel like they with other people too.
Yes. And I think that's pretty much what my clients love about my classes because it feels like a family. Like when we come together, it's like a party. I know I had one lady from New York that just came to one of my classes last week. She was like, "Yo, this is my new girl tribe." She was like, "Y'all are like it." She met, and it's a networking opportunity. I know even the people that came to the Y, and what I loved about my Y classes, they were so diverse from age group, from ethnicity, from it was just different backgrounds of just people. It was just like a rainbow, pretty much a rainbow of people. And I loved it. And men, women, tall, slim, big, short, whatever. But it was pretty much a family. And till this day, we still keep in touch. I have a private network group on my Facebook page where I send links and we get together. We even do, I know recently we did Cinco de Mayo and went out for Cinco de Mayo, but it's pretty much like a networking opportunity and also a way to just build relationships with other people. I think that's what it's all about. And I said dance has pretty much created that for me in general, just building relationships.
So hold that thought. We're gonna run a
Hmm.
quick commercial, and we're gonna come
Okay.
right back. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I am Lakeisha Abram, owner of Beautiful Fitness and Dance by Keisha, and author of Beautiful Journey, my journey through veganism, detoxing, and fasting. You are now tuned in with the BRI, Black Research Institute, with Dolores Wilson.
How's it going? It is Will Thomas, author and CEO of Wealth Over Riches LLC. You are now tapped into BRI, Black Research Institute. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Okay, and we're back. I gotta bring back my guest, Miss Courtney J. Okay.
Yes, I'm back.
So, which Y in Charlotte did you actually teach at or instruct at?
I taught at Dowd YMCA. I also taught all over. So Dowd Y, Children's Climb, McCory YMCA. I sub there occasionally, but pretty much I can pretty much go at every Y, even if it was in a different state. I can pretty much teach it. But Dowd Y was pretty much my home base Y where I taught at. Yeah.
I can't remember, but my stepdaughter, she teaches a mixed fit class.
Mixed fit, okay. I have my license in mixed fit. I teach a few of those. Okay.
Well, is now working for corporate mixed fit. Her name is Jessica Ward.
Oh, I know Jessica. I just commented on one of her pictures. I was like, go girl. Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah,
I actually met her. We did Rock Your Resolution. I think this was in 2015. And I met her. We were on the same team. And I met her. And I was like, are you a dancer? Because I was like, she was so fit and cut, so cute. And me and her just had to hit it off. And I was like, okay, she's so cool. But yeah, I know Jessica. I do.
That's my daughter. And she just got hired at corporate for mixed fit. So
that's awesome.
She's doing corporate events, man. So when you said the Y in Charlotte, I kind of figured y'all probably cross paths, eventually. Yeah. And because as long as I've known Jessica, well, the last 8 years, that's all she's done is dance, okay. Right? Like that's her passion. Dancing is her passion. So
yes.
With that being the case, and it seems like dancing is your passion as well.
Yes.
Charlotte is big, but it's small. Especially when you are in a particular profession, right? So I kind of with y'all were running to each other. But I got to tell you, when you stated that you went to Winston-Salem State, I was sort of about ready to end the interview because I went to Elizabeth City State. So,
Okay. I have friends that graduated there.
Okay. Winston-Salem. So now, when you are in your free time, and you are, because I know you plan each routine. Before you plan your routine, do you have a vision how you wanted to go, or it's just like a step by step thing, or do you already have in your mind how you wanted to go? You just need to just choreograph it out.
I will tell you this. I am the queen of freestyle. I like to have fun. I like it to be unexpected. But of course, my routines are going to be choreographed routines. But I like to make my classes like a party. So when people come to my class, you're going to dance. I'm going to put you on the spot. Some people don't like that. But I'm going to put you on the spot. And we're going to have a good time, laugh about it. But I do this thing where I'll go around the room and I'll pick people to freestyle. Pretty much everybody in my class is going to freestyle. But whatever they do, we got to do it with them, right? So I have people that be twerking, dropping it like it's hot, like grandmas that be dropping it. Yes. Because, they feel free. They're in a dance class. They're having fun. And so I would definitely say I'm a spare the moment type of instructor and all about fun. Like, as long as they're having fun, I tell people, if you mess up, keep going, because I mess up all the time. I'll mess up a routine. I'll be up there doing the merengue, and they're like, Courtney, that's not the merengue, that's the salsa. So I'm like, y'all know, come on, just keep going, just go. But I would definitely say just having fun is my main thing, and that's pretty much how I do it.
Do you really love what you do?
I do love what I do. I do. It feels, sometimes I'm like, Lord, now I will tell you, it's not easy, because it's been many a days. I'm like, let me just go get this 9-to-5 job right quick. Right. But I would definitely say it's very rewarding. And when it does go how I plan, I'm a planner. So I have to plan everything. I would say when it comes to the business part, that's one of the things I hate about it, because you got to kind of do the invoices and have all this different stuff, and you have to have a team to handle all of that stuff, like your financial stuff, right? Then the dance part, I wish I could just dance and go in the room and just go. I wish I didn't have to worry about the money part, but I still have bills, and I also have a son. So I have to get paid. So I would definitely say I love what I do, but it's very, very hard work. And I know other people can definitely do it. I know it's not just I'm the only person doing it. I would definitely say I had to make a lot of sacrifices. There's certain things I wanted to do that I had to say no to. I had to downsize a few things financially, and I had to do those things just so I can have a business, pretty much so my business can grow and be successful, because I do see it being even more successful than it is now.
Well, as an entrepreneur, people see us and they see us smiling and they see us, doing our thing. And from the outside, it looks easy. Like
Right.
it looks very easy. But the reason why I smile, because I actually love what I'm doing. It's not because I'm making a whole lot of money.
Money, right, right.
There's not a whole lot of money. I actually love what I'm doing. And and no, it's not easy. It's that what we do is not hard. The discipline to do what we do is the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like the
Yeah.
discipline to be an entrepreneur is the hard part. Like you already have dancing in your blood. It's already in your blood. You're going to dance whether you are instructing or not.
Right.
Right? But the discipline to get up and go to those classes, schedule those classes, do these meetings, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you are an entrepreneur, you have no one to blame.
Right. Right.
So,
Absolutely. Yes.
so the entrepreneurship part of it,
Mm-hmm.
what is the most challenging aspect of what you do in regards to the entrepreneurship of it?
That's a great question. I would definitely say for me, I'm a workaholic. So I will be up sometimes till 2, 3 in the morning and have to be at a class, maybe say 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So I would definitely say for me, I had to take time to step back a little bit and set boundaries for myself, because I knew I would just keep going. And I had to learn how to say no. There's a lot of times where people would pay late or don't pay at all. And I had to be like a little, tactful, but still very professional. But like, hey, I love your child to death, but if you can't pay your tuition, your kid can't keep coming back for free. Like, I have a son. I got to take care of him too. Like, I got to live. But I would definitely say those are sometimes the tough parts when you have to deal with making tough decisions, even, it's handling when contracts don't go right, or if a contract, say you was banking on, this big contract, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, this is the contract. I'm going to get this much money. Okay, this is what it's going to be. But then it kind of falls through. And it's like, okay, I set pretty much a few months around how I was going to pay bills and stuff around this particular contract. But I think for me, I always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So like I said, I used to have, even with dancing on the go, I still would contract and have contracts with other people that have similar businesses with me. I would go contract with them. I'll even get a W-2 and go work a little part-time job if I had to, or whatever. Look, I'll nanny on the side if I have to. Look, I'll do whatever I need to do. But I would definitely say it's not a one-stop shop as an entrepreneur. Like, you have so many different things, but I think for me, it's setting those boundaries. I think that's the toughest thing that I had to learn how to deal with. Like, if it doesn't go just the way you want it to go, it's okay. Give yourself grace and set boundaries, reset, replan, and pick it back up. So,
well, for me, when it comes to payment, or a client paying me, it's hard for me. Like it's really hard. I think that's why I developed my website, so I don't necessarily have to talk to people. They can just go to my
okay.
website
Go to the website and do it, right?
and just order it, because I'm I'm a sucker. You know, somebody can
Yeah,
come.
we all are sometimes.
I'm a sucker. You know, somebody can come to me. Well, I'm starting my business, man. You know, I get you a lot of more clients, and you know, I done heard that 1,000 times, right? I've
Mhm.
heard it 1,000 times, but because I want to see people succeed. Like I
Right.
want to see people succeed, and not only do I want to see people succeed, but I want to have a hand in it.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to have a hand in it, and but in having a hand in it, my hand costs money, right?
Right.
Like
It does.
my hand costs money, and it's hard for me. So I developed me a website to where I just send people to the website, and I don't have to deal with it.
Right.
I it because it's hard. It's hard, especially our people. Let's keep it like
Yeah.
100. Like
Yeah.
it's our people,
That's true. That's so true. Absolutely.
and I love us, but business is business,
It
right?
is. And we definitely have to learn that. And I always say when I go to other Black businesses and they might be like, "Yeah, I'm only going to charge you this." I'm like, "No, I'm going to pay the rate. I'm going to pay the fee because you have a service. This is how much you're charging. I'm a client. I'm going to pay that just out of respect, for the business because you know how much it takes and how much work you put into it. And I think that's the thing too that I look at as entrepreneurs and other entrepreneurs and want to support other entrepreneurs and small businesses and small Black owned businesses, period, is just knowing for myself how much it took for me to get to where I am. And I got a long way to go, but just knowing that it's a lot of hard work. It's some sleepless nights, some crying nights, a lot of hard work, but yeah, so
But
it can be
but you
tough.
know what, Courtney? You know what? For me though, I think after about 5 years into my business,
Mm-hmm.
I stopped worrying about where the money's gonna come from,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I know I do good work, right? Like I
Right.
know I do good work, right? I know I do good work. So because even right now, you may have a couple of contracts that you are up under right now, and I have a couple of contracts I'm up under, but we still don't know what we're gonna make this week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like you
Right.
still don't know. Like you still don't know. Like
Mhm.
and but I don't worry about it because I
Yeah.
know I do good work, and I think good work will be rewarded. I think God set it up that way, right? I
Right.
think set it up to where if you do good work, you will be rewarded. You will
Right.
not doubt. Put it that way, and
Right.
and that's one thing that I like when I went on your page is that you have some people who are fitness
Hmm.
instructors, but if you look on a page, it's almost like they're like fitness models.
Okay.
You know what I
Got-
mean? Like
Yeah.
they it's all about them, you know.
Gotcha. Right.
And-
Right. I've noticed that. Yeah. I know what
right.
you're talking
So,
about. Yeah.
but when I went on your page, I rarely saw pictures of you by yourself.
Mhm.
You always, whatever, I ain't gonna say always, but I saw a picture of you. You always, not, I can't keep saying always, but there are a lot of pictures on you where you are taking pictures with your class,
Mhm.
somebody in your class, and people may not believe it, but you can look on someone's page and look at their pictures and actually get a glimpse of what type of person they are.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
so when I looked on your page, I was like, it's not all about her. She has pictures with her clients, and then I looked at your videos, and you're smiling, and you're having fun, and I'm
Mhm.
okay. I'm gonna see if she can do for an interview. But to soften you up, I did a flyer for you just to soften you up,
Yeah.
you know. And you accepted, and I'm glad that you accepted because I I, I think from a perspective of someone who may be out there listening to this interview and saying, "Well, I want to do fitness, but I don't know if I can do it." From that perspective, you're giving somebody some insight that it's not easy, but if that's what you want to do, then you got to
You
work.
go for it. Right. Absolutely. Go for it. go for it. I know I've done classes in my aunt's hair salon. We used to like turn her salon out, and I had people from like my agency come out to my classes and support. We've done fish fries before. I'd be out there dancing at fish fries. But it starts with you. It definitely starts with you. It starts with your vision. But I would definitely say don't give up or don't get discouraged and think that you can't do it, because there's always a way to do it. And I'm a very creative person. Like, I can create a hustle out of anything pretty much. Okay. So I would definitely say just be creative, use your own, try to make things your own, but be creative, but also plan. So before Dancing on the Go even started, I had to do a business plan. It probably was like a brief little page business plan, but I had to plan. I had to write all my thoughts down. I even done vision boards. Until this day, I still go back to the drawing board and write out what I want to do and my goals for each year and each season and each month, what I want to do. I set those goals every month, even weekly, sometimes even in a day. I'm like, okay, what is my goal going to be today? But yeah, so I would definitely say just give yourself grace and be patient at the same time.
I think when people hear business plan, they just think it has to be very intricate. Right? Mm-hmm. Like it has to be sophisticated and intricate. But a business plan is only your vision.
Your vision. Right.
It's vision, like where you want this idea to go. Right. Like and then it's a reference, because if you ever get back or if you ever get off track, you can always go to that vision and say,
absolutely. Yeah.
This is not what I had planned. I'm off track. Like I need to get back on track.
Right.
I think a lot of people, especially our people, when they think about business, they just think it's just hard, right? They just think it's like it's some scientific method to do it, whereas it's just do it, right? Yeah. Just do it, and that's why I interview people like yourself, because have you known anybody to have a dance studio in your family?
Not in my family, no.
Right? So the dance studio idea came to you organically.
Right.
Right?
I guess growing up in that environment too. Just growing up and my mom enrolling me in dance when I was younger.
Right. So it happened organically. It wasn't forced on you. No one told you to do it. It was something that you wanted to do. And you manifested into a full-fledged business.
Yeah.
And I know it's not polite. It's not it's not correct decorum to ask a lady her age. But could you give me a roundabout figure?
I'm 25. No, I'm 32.
Okay, now let's put that in perspective. You're 32 years old, and you've been an entrepreneur for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So you started 27?
Yeah, about 26, 27. Yeah.
Now, it may not really be a surprise to you, but that is an accomplishment, because there's not too many 27-year-olds saying, I'm going to go after my dream. Right? Like, because going after your dream means that you can't work. You got to work on your dream. Like you got to work. You got to work on your passion, and not working means, how am I going to pay my bills?
Right.
How am I going to support my family? But you said to yourself, I'm going to support it through this. And that's why I said in my opening, everyone that I interview, they all have problems just like everybody else.
Right.
But they find a way to make a way.
Absolutely. Yep.
Find a
way.
And
that's life in general. That's life in general.
Me and my wife was talking the other day, and I told her, I said, she said, where there's a will, there's a way.
A way, right?
And I said, well, we all were created with a will, so there's always a way.
Yes.
Right. There's always a way. Well,
Always, always.
our time is almost up. But before we leave, tell people again how they can contact you and how they can reach you on your social media.
Yes, I am on Facebook and Instagram. It's Dancing on the Go LLC. You can follow me there. And I'm also Courtney J on Facebook. So, yep.
Courtney J on Facebook. So now, just like it was a custom for us to ask you, two questions at the beginning, we have to end it the same way. There are a couple of questions that I have to ask you now before I let you go.
Okay.
The first question is, what are you doing to push the culture forward?
I am getting out into the community. I am partnering with different people and even getting with the youth so I can motivate them to be better and be great. Because when I get older, I don't want this world to go crazy like it is now, but pretty much continuing to be an example, a positive role model, an example, and being there for the youth and the girls that I do mentor. That's how I'll continue to make a difference.
And this next question sort of stumps some people, but I don't imagine it stumping you.
Okay.
Because you're an HBCU graduate. So
okay, oh Lord, what you gonna ask me?
So the next question is, I need for you to name me 3 important or famous Black people, but they can't be athletes or entertainers.
Athletes or entertainers. 3. And you said influential, like important as far as like people you would know. I can name some people from my family. Look, okay.
Listen.
I would say, okay, well, I'm gonna say me. No, I'm joking. I would definitely say that are not famous. I would definitely say my parents.
No. I think you misheard the question. I said name.
Okay, go ahead.
I said name 3 famous or important.
Okay.
Who are not athletes or entertainers.
Okay. I would say Michelle Obama. She's the first lady. She's not necessarily an entertainer, but I love her. She's a great presenter, great spokesperson, and definitely she represents for her women. I would definitely say her. Oprah. I gotta say Oprah.
No, you can't.
I can't say Oprah. I love Oprah. Okay, so I was like Michelle Obama. Let's see who else. Let's see. Oh goodness, that's famous. Look, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. I gotta go with them. Yeah, look, we could keep it going, but I mean, yeah, they weren't entertainers. They were not. Look,
listen.
They were activists.
Right.
But yeah, I would definitely go with them.
Listen, if you are a Black person, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X are your go-to, right?
Yeah. Look,
right.
Yeah.
True, so you got Michelle Obama, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
I could keep going. Look, Rosa Parks.
No, don't keep going.
Okay.
Other people got to do the interview.
Other people got to keep going. Okay, gotcha.
But Courtney, it's been a pleasure. And I am going to come out. Remember, I told you I want to come out and take some footage of you.
Yeah.
And just take some footage of you doing your thing live and develop a commercial for you. And so we can air here on the BRI, and hopefully you will come back when school starts, and we'll interview you again, and we'll have more material. And because I just want to see you succeed, I want to see you grow. I definitely want to see you grow. And
Thank you. I appreciate it.
you
And
know, as
thank you for having me here at the Black Research Institute. It was just a pleasure, great opportunity. I appreciate you inviting me and having me out. Thank you so much.
thank you for agreeing to the interview. And Courtney, I want to say this to you.
Mhm.
There are not many people in the world that decides to follow their passion. A
Mhm.
lot of people decide to follow their need,
Right.
right? Right. What they need. They need a job to pay bills.
Right. Right.
But but those people who decide to follow their passion, those are the true inspirers of the world because they inspire other people to do the same thing. So I am sure that you are inspiration to people that you don't even know about. So continue doing what you do and trust and believe in what you're doing is not only fun but valued.
Yes. Yes.
Value. There's value in what you do, there's value in you. And I appreciate you coming and sharing some of that value with us at the
Well,
BRI.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you go, but everybody, Miss
Mhm.
Courtney J. Miss Courtney J.
Thank you.
And Courtney, I'm gonna send you something in your inbox on Facebook because I need a favor from you, but
Okay.
get around to it whenever you can. But I would appreciate it if you did it.
Okay. What
Okay.
is it? You gonna tell me?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. I'll look out for it.
Okay. Thank you again for coming on the show. And hopefully I'll see you soon. And your next in the park show is when?
We have one Saturday. This upcoming Saturday, we will do another one dancing in the park. So yeah, we will be out there Saturday at Freedom Park, right across from the band shell. We'll be in that open circle area, right in the middle in the center of the park. Yes.
Okay. So I'm not gonna commit,
Okay,
but
that's fine. You got my information. You can hit me up anytime. You got my information.
okay. All right.
And make
Thank
sure
you.
you bring your wife too. Bring your wife.
Well, she's a hairstylist, so Saturdays
Okay. Are hard for her. Gotcha.
right,
Yeah.
so she's a hairstylist. But if we can catch you on another night, I because she loves to dance as well. She she
Okay.
thinks she thinks she can out dance me, but she can't.
Gotcha. Yeah, because you was pop locking and doing breaking, all of that. I can't do any of that. I look silly doing it. Yeah. I love hip hop, but I can't do all the pop
I
lock.
probably look silly doing it now.
Yeah.
But look, I'm gonna be in touch with you. But check out for your. I mean, make sure you be on the lookout on your inbox for what I told you about earlier. But
Okay.
again, for coming, and I'm not gonna wish you anything. I don't do wishes. I'm gonna
Gotcha.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I bestow upon you the strength, courage, and wisdom to continue to do whatever you endeavor to do.
Thank you. And same to you. This is an awesome platform. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're a big inspiration to a lot of people as well. Thank you. Thank you for what you do.
That's for. All right. Well, have a good night, Miss Courtney J.
All right. Thank you.
I'm messing up, Court. Technical difficulties killing everything right now. I don't know what's going on with this system, everybody, but we here and we're back. I want to read something. This is for the fellas before I go. It says, an old saying really is true. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Be a person who has strong values and then stick to those values. Courage isn't something you only see in action movies. It's a down-to-earth virtue that men need in order to be good husbands, fathers, and citizens. If you believe in something, sooner or later that belief will be challenged. That's where courage comes in. Courage is telling the truth when the company's profits are on the line. Courage is providing for your family by going to work every day, even when you don't feel like it. Courage is raising positive kids in a negative world. Courage is being a man of God in a world that scoffs at faith and values. Courage is standing for what is right, even when it's not popular. Who is the most courageous man I know? He is the guy who lives his faith no matter what. He is a hero in my book. You are what you stand for. Remember that, people. You are what you stand for. And with that, I will say peace. And remember, in order for you to receive a blessing, you must first be a blessing. All right, everybody. Take care. I love you. Peace.